Hi guys, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be predicting the scores of week 15 of the 2020-2021 Premier League season. Boxing Day fixtures, festive fixtures, matches galore over the next week or so, or 2 weeks. But yeah, Nathan, tell me how you got on that last week.
So last week I had an absolutely terrible week. I only had 4 points with no perfect scores.
And I came away quite respectable myself, Nathan. 9 points with one perfect score, being the 1-1 draw between Newcastle and Fulham. Representing the viewers last week was 0-1-0 Foster, and 0-1-0 Foster came away with a dismal 2 points, I have to say. Top scorer of the week though, Nathan, with 13 points and 3 perfect scores, was Footy Chats. So congratulations Footy Chats on that brilliant score. So let's have a quick look at the standings in the predictions table. As you can see at the top of the league is Mamond Conte yet again with 102 points and had a haul in game week 14 of 11 points, followed by David Redgriff and LFC 96 YNWA. Footy Chats, so you can see top scorer last week with those 13 points is in 13th place. Yourself, Nathan, in 25th position on 77 points, and I'm on 80 points in 23rd position. And you can see sandwiched between us is the Dugout Football Channel. Hi Doug. Right, okay. If we scroll down, just have a quick, a couple of little shout outs as well. SG Minor on 76 points, Koza on 72 points, Mark Chapman on 67 points, 0-1-0 Foster came away with 2 points, is in 56th position, only playing 11 game weeks, so all the way down, if you can spot yourself, down and down and down to 202nd position. So that's the league table. Let's see if you can climb up the league table over this festive period. But enough of last week, let's crack on and make some predictions for week 16.
Okay, so first up we have the 12:30 fixture on Saturday between Leicester and Man United. Now Leicester getting a fantastic victory against Spurs last time around, 2-0, pushing them up to second place, overtaking Spurs as well, who have actually dropped down to 6th at the moment. With their currently in second, 27 points, doing well, 3 wins in their last 6, but they have had 3 losses though, but it's starting to turn the tide a little bit. Whereas Man United somehow are up to 3rd with an amazing run of form recently, beating Leeds in the Roses derby 6-2. What a ridiculous result that was. Leeds just didn't turn up for it.
No, they didn't. No, they did score 2 goals, mind. So. They
did score 2 goals, but I thought they would actually perform it, since it hasn't happened in a few years. And Leeds, well, they did win the last one, so. But in this one, I don't know, I think Leicester are going to continue their form somehow. Man United will be Man United and will probably end up losing this one. It is at Leicester, of course, so I'm going to say 2-1, but I do think Man United will score.
You think Leicester are going to win?
Yeah, Leicester.
Wow,
Leicester 2-1.
Manchester United on the road this season, Nathan, have been imperious. As you said, in the last 6 fixtures, they haven't actually lost a game. They've had 5 wins and just the 1 draw, which was at home against Manchester City. I don't think they've lost in the league now since the 1st of November against, would you believe, Arsenal.
Of all the teams.
I know, craziness. But I think Manchester United and Leicester, both brilliant on the counter-attack. Leicester don't seem to do too well at home. Likewise, Manchester United. Fernandes absolutely in superb form at the moment. I think because Manchester United are away, they'll probably give the ball to Leicester. They'll come at them, and Man United with their pace, the likes of Rashford, Martial now back in the team, Fernandes, as we've said. I think Man United are going to go away to Leicester and gain a 3-1 victory. I think, at the moment they're in a rich vein of form, and I think it's going to continue. And even though Leicester are in second position, I think the away team have got the advantage in this tie. Moving on to the 3 o'clock kickoff, also on Saturday on Boxing Day, and this is actually on BBC.
Wow.
BBC, so a lot of people
first
in the
time since the 80s, I reckon.
No, there was one a couple of weeks ago as well, but
no, it was in first time in the 80s on Boxing Day.
Possibly, you could say. But we got Aston Villa against Crystal Palace. Now, Aston Villa, last time out, having a very good away victory against West Bromwich Albion. West Brom, of course, under new stewardship with Sam Allardyce. So they didn't get that.
They did not look good, though.
Straight away managerial bounce. No, but West Brom, of course, down in 19th position. But Aston Villa coming up against this Crystal Palace side who were got defeated, absolutely smashed at home 7-0 against Liverpool. But Liverpool on the day, absolutely fantastic. And Salah started on the bench.
Yeah,
totally amazing by Liverpool there. But this one, difficult one to call. Okay, Aston Villa were a very good an away team this season, find themselves in 9th position in the league. Crystal Palace, will they bounce back from that defeat, that 7-0 defeat, or will they be feeling sorry for themselves? Difficult one to call, this one. We've said in the past Crystal Palace got lots of pace in their side, but Villa, I think they've got the likes of Barkley back in the team now. Grealish, I think he created something like 8 chances, goal scoring chances in the Premier League. I think that might have been some sort of record, whether it's a record for the whole of the Premier League or just this season. But if he can continue that form, then Villa could take all 3 points in this one. But I think that Crystal Palace, they're going to have to, they're going to bounce back, but I think it's going to end all square, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 scoreline.
Interesting. Well, it's Christmas, the time when Palace always fail in the Premier League.
And give away. They gave Liverpool an early Christmas present, didn't they?
Gave Liverpool a massive early Christmas present, but I don't know, they usually stutter around this time, especially in the last few seasons as well. But yeah, I think they're going to have issues till January now, whereas Villa, got to keep up the good form. Just keep the losses at bay. Currently in 9th, they probably could push up the table if they continue to win. I think they're going to win another one. They could be 2-0, but I think I'm going to play it safe with a 1-0, keeping a clean sheet. Next up, we have Fulham versus Southampton. Now, Fulham, lots of draws recently, including a shock draw, you could say, against Newcastle. I thought Newcastle would have had their scoring boots on that one, but they didn't. 1-1. They've now drawn 3 games on the bounce with Brighton and Liverpool, shockingly, as well. But they do fall back into the relegation places, of course, after Burnley did get that victory last time around. As for Southampton, currently in 7th position, 1-0 loss to Manchester City. Quite unlucky, you could say there. Good that they kept the Man City team to 1-0. But 7th position, patchy form though. But Southampton, you can't really blame them, especially with the run of form that they have had recently as well.
If they would have beaten Manchester City, they would have been up to 2nd or 3rd. So
exactly, and not only that, the only games they've really lost or drawn against is Arsenal, Wolves, and Man United. Very difficult fixtures.
And Man City, of course.
Yes, and Man City. So either way, they have been beating the teams around them, which is good, and that's why I think I fully have faith in Southampton winning this one. Hasenhüttl's probably going to want to keep the form up, so I'm going to go for 2-0 Southampton.
Yeah, I think Southampton will win this game, but Fulham, going forward and in defence, they have improved. Okay, they're not scoring the goals in their last 3 games, as you said. They've drawn those 3 matches, but they've only conceded those 2 goals, only scoring 2 goals as well. And prior to that, they are finding it difficult to score, not scoring more than 2 goals. That's why I think they will get a goal against Southampton, because they are at home. It is festive period, and with so many fixtures coming up, are they going to rest players on Boxing Day, or Southampton going to rest players on Boxing Day? Because there's a game then on the Monday for both of these teams, I believe. So it depends when they've got to manage their squads, or there's going to be injuries. But I think the Saints are going to sneak this one 2-1. Next up, at 5:30, this one's live on Sky, as well as the Fulham Southampton match. We've got Arsenal against Chelsea. The hapless Arsenal find themselves in 15th position. They've lost 4 out of their last 5 league games. Haven't won in those last 6 league games. They lost this evening, which the time recording is Tuesday evening. They lost at home against Manchester City in the EFL Cup. So all sorts of disarray. I wonder what Arsenal Fan TV probably gone into meltdown again this evening. Probably throwing their phones around that video room or the green room, whatever they call it there at Arsenal. But Chelsea, okay, they've slipped out of the Champions League positions themselves. They did gain that 3-0 victory against West Ham in the last fixture. I think anybody's got a chance against the Gunners at the moment. Chelsea, clean sheet last time out after having 2 defeats in the league. So really. I think this is going to be a straightforward win to Chelsea. Abraham scoring 2 goals as well in that win against the Hammers. So I'm going to go for 2-0 to Chelsea on the road in this Boxing Day fixture in London.
Interesting. Well, I'm actually going to go for a 3-0 victory to Chelsea. I think they're going to be right on it, especially looking at that West Ham game, getting loads of goals.
Arsenal
that attack looked deadly. Arsenal can't score. And we all know about the problems at the back that they have in midfield, completely shallow in midfield, but they were shoring up, but it's just not strong enough. So Chelsea are going to walk through them, quite frankly. So I'm going to say 3-0, especially when you have the likes of Thiago Silva getting at the pitch, getting goals, and then getting back and putting in a solid defensive performance as well, along with the whole of the defence. Midfield super strong as well. But Arteta, where do we go from there? I mean, transfer window's coming up. Will he be backed?
Will he be there?
Will he be there? That is the question. I don't think they'll put the panic button though.
Not on this match, no. But
they would have pushed it by now.
We'll see what happens after this festive period.
Indeed. So next up, we've got Manchester City versus Newcastle. Now, Man City winning 1-0. Getting a solid 1-0 victory against Southampton last time around. I believe that is now nearly 6 games without a loss as well, with 2 draws in there and 3 wins. Whereas Newcastle, patchy form as anything. You just don't know if they're going to turn up, losing 5-2 against Leeds, and then of course Leeds getting destroyed 6-2 as well. And then a draw against Fulham, which I thought was a really shocking one. Is this the downfall of Newcastle under Steve Bruce now? That is the question. But Man City should surely be winning this, and Newcastle, they have been getting goals recently. I mean, they've scored in their last 3 They've scored in their last 4 matches, which is very good, and in 2 of them 2 or more goals as well, which is decent too. But yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 Man City.
Yeah, going forward, possibly Newcastle could score in this game, but I'm not sure if St. Maximum is still out. I'm not sure if he's injured at the moment. I think he is. So attacking wise, can they disrupt this Manchester City defence, who have been fairly solid recently? Drawing 1-1 against West Brom was a bit of a shocker at home, so maybe Newcastle can take heart from that fixture, but I think Manchester City are going to be too strong for them. I think they did rest a few players this evening as well in that victory over Arsenal in the EPL Cup, but I think Man City are going to win this one. I'm going to go for, I was thinking a 2-0, but I'm going to actually go for a 3-0 victory in this one. Next up, we've got Sheffield United against Everton. This takes place at 8 o'clock on Saturday evening, Boxing Day evening at 8 o'clock. So once you've had your more fill up of beer and food and turkey and everything, you can settle down to this one. Maybe to watch Everton, maybe not to watch Sheffield United. And Sheffield United last weekend came away with a draw, of course, against
finally
against
doubling their points tally.
Points tally. They've still only scored 8 goals this season, a little bit like Burnley, who's only scored 8 goals.
Yeah, bear in mind that the human cheese string Patrick Bamford has scored more.
Yes,
which is ridiculous considering the amount of goals he scored in the Championship last season.
He does get loads of chances.
Absurd.
He gets loads of chances though, doesn't he? But yeah, Sheffield United, it was a draw against Brighton, and Brighton playing well, but you know, they I don't know what to say about Brighton. But yeah, getting back to this fixture against Everton have sort of changed their tack. I think I may have mentioned it last time in the stream that we did, that I think they're playing the sort of 4 centre backs in the back 4, playing it quite direct. The style of football at the moment is paying dividends with Rodriguez out. Whether he's back for this game, I'm not too sure. I'll have to check on the injury news on this one. But Everton now up into 4th position, winning 3 games on the bounce, not conceded many. Okay, they've scored, I think it's 1 goal in their last 3 matches, which is against Arsenal. But I think this is going to be a straightforward away victory to the Toffees, and I'm going to go for 2-0.
Yeah, Sheffield United's second worst goal difference tally behind West Brom on minus 17 at the moment. They've got 2 points, which I believe is the worst by Christmas in a Premier League season ever. But in comparison to that Derby team, Sheffield United, if you look at some of their fixtures that they've been playing, they've only been losing by 1 or 2 goals. It's been very tight games. I mean, 3-2 against Man United. Yes, they did lose 3-0 against Southampton, 1-0 against West Ham, 1-0 against West Brom. They just can't seem to get it into victories or draws. That's the problem with them.
In that Brighton match, I actually watched most of that Brighton Sheffield United match, and they did have chances and they could have scored. I can't remember if there was a penalty or not, or a penalty shout, or they had a goal disallowed, but they were unlucky against Brighton.
They just it's just bad luck for them with Sheffield United. And not only that, if you compare them with the Derby team from 2007-8, they were getting, they were being absolutely overloaded at the back, and they just couldn't defend for their life. Whereas Sheffield United is just bad luck. Derby were bad, but if they do go down on a record,
it's possible.
Yeah, which it is possible at this moment. I still don't think they're the worst Premier League team of all time, because they do not look anywhere near that Derby team from 07-08, which was just terrible. But yeah, as for this game, Everton, alright form, doing well with this direct style of play, even while Rodriguez is out, as you said. But Everton should be winning this one, especially with their form, so I'm going to go for 2-1. Moving on to Sunday, first up we've got the midday fixture between Leeds and Burnley. Now Leeds, what can we say about them? 6-2 in the Roses. Derby did not turn up. They should have turned up for that one, but Bielsa, I bet he was really angry in the back there. But coming up against the Burnley side, who are really starting to turn things around. They've only lost 1 in their last 6, which is amazing. Again, lots of draws there. Again, a solid victory against Wolves, a draw against Villa, and a 1-0 victory against Arsenal. So they're beating teams around them. And yes, Arsenal are only 1 point above them, which is absolutely mental. But I think Leeds, they're going to try and want to bounce back, but I don't think they'll turn it into a victory. I'm going to say 1-1.
Yeah, I actually totally agree with you on this one, Nathan. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw as well. It's crazy to think that Burnley have lost only 1 more game than Leicester in second position. It's just that they've only won 3 matches. Crazy
lots
stuff.
Of draws.
Lots of draws. 4 draws, 6 losses and 3 victories, and they've actually got a game in hand over Leicester. But Burnley, as we said, just losing once in their last 6, which was a 5-0 reverse away against Manchester City, beating Wolves, which was a very good result in the last fixture. But Leeds, going forward, they're exciting to watch and everything, but they do leave themselves exposed at the back. They have scored in that 6-2 defeat against Manchester United, scored 5 in a 5-2 victory over Newcastle. They scored against West Ham in their loss. When they lost against Chelsea, they scored, and they beat Everton 1-0. So there's goals. They do create a lot of chances, even when they're not winning or drawing.
Exactly, and if you look at their record as well, they have not scored a goal in exactly 1 month of playing football. Getting lots of goals, it's just the defence, especially with the amount of goals that they've been letting in as well.
Bielsa isn't going to change his style, so plenty more for the Leeds fans.
Very stubborn.
Still, it's going to be a roller coaster ride for them, but exciting to watch anyway. But I've gone for a 1-1 in this one. Next up at 2:15 on Sky Sports, we have West Ham against Brighton. Now West Ham slipping down the table, now down to 10th position, losing last time out comprehensively to Chelsea.
Chelsea look good in that one.
Coming up against Brighton. Brighton, everybody's saying they're playing well, probably the most underachieving team in the whole of the Premier League. Draw a lot of the time, and lots. They've only won twice this season. This one could end up in a draw as well. Last season in the corresponding fixture it ended 3-3, so 6 goals in that match. But I think this season West Ham have got a little bit of a better defence. Kufal at right back, it looks a very good player, as I've already said. I do expect the Seagulls to score in this one, but I think going forward, Haller is scoring. He's amongst the goals now, so I'm going to go for a narrow 2-1 victory to the Hammers.
Interesting. Well, the thing is with Brighton, I really don't know if Graham Potter's the right man for them, because looking with the squad, I just don't see how they're expected to play Graham Potter's style of football.
a little bit like Leeds, but not as much. They haven't got as much penetration, but they do like to knock the ball around really good.
They like to knock the ball around, but I just don't think it's the right players for them. I mean, if you look at other managers around the league, Big Sam would be perfect for them. Maybe Bilic would be great for them as well. Just sort of the players that are very counter-attacky, direct, hoofing it up there instead of this possession, nice style of football. I don't think Graham Potter's the right fit for Brighton personally.
Danny Welbeck scoring though.
Danny Welbeck scoring indeed, but I don't know. I think he might actually go for the end of the season, and they should bring someone in that would be more suited to the players they've got, unless Potter has a massive clear out in the summer. But
I don't think that'll happen.
Which I don't think it'll happen. Moving back to this game, West Ham started to drop off a bit. They're prone to dropping off around Christmas as well. So this one could go either way actually. Even though West Ham have had a tricky run of fixtures recently, and they have been beating teams around and below them. But I don't know. I think West Ham will capitalise on it. Brighton are just unlucky, so I'm going to say 2-1 West Ham. Next up, we have the 4:30 on Sky on Sunday between Liverpool and West Brom. Now, Liverpool keeping up their superb form with a 7-0 victory against Crystal Palace.
Wow.
I don't think they turned up for that one.
No.
Especially with Liverpool's injury crisis at the back as well. But West Brom, new man in charge, Allardyce. But the thing is with Sam Allardyce, you've got to back him if you want him to work. If you let him bring in the players he wants so he can show up on the areas that he thinks the weakest, then he always does a good job. And as we see... And we've seen that in the past with the likes of Sunderland. He did it at Palace as well.
Yeah, what he does, he makes them solid at the back.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was his first game last time out, and they did.
It was.
They were on the end of a 3-0 defeat in the end. I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 3-0 defeat. But
yeah, against Aston Villa. But
he likes to shore it up at back. But the thing with West Brom, they need to get goals, and if they do a Bilic on him and don't back him in January, then they are hands down going down in 19th, maybe
with
bottom.
The Blades. I don't think they'll be below Sheffield United.
No, I don't think somehow. But if they don't back him, then they're going down. But if they bring in the right players, he's done it at Sunderland, he's done it at all these other clubs, then there'll be a possibility of them staying up and constantly grinding out fixtures. But in this one, Liverpool should be winning this, especially while probably Sam Allardyce is hibernating the team for a transfer window, and they have a very tricky run of fixtures. So I'm going to say 4-0 to Liverpool.
4-0, yeah. I think Liverpool will win this one. 2-0. Salah starting on the bench last week, coming on, scoring. I think he assisted once and he scored 2 goals
Still getting
as well.
Ridiculous loads of points in fantasy.
An abundance of talent, of course, going forward. This is at home, and Liverpool can't even remember the last time they lost at home. Must have been 2 seasons now.
Gotta be.
Easy 3-0 victory for Liverpool in this one. I think it won't be 7 like it was last time out, but 3-0 to Liverpool. And the final fixture of this Boxing Day weekend, which of course these fixtures are on Sunday. We have Wolves at home against Spurs, and this takes place at 7:15 again on Sky Sports. Spurs being defeated against Leicester last time out, as we've already mentioned, 2-0. They had their chances, Spurs, but Leicester were very good. Plenty of pace, plenty of energy, and Spurs couldn't really cope with that. Gareth Bale didn't look at it when he came on.
No, he just needs to be in the team more and needs time to gel. But the thing is with Bale, I really think he's come back to Spurs at the wrong time, considering their presence of wingers. I mean, Son, Lucas Moura, Bergwijn, you could name them all. Dele Alli while he's going to PSG in January, but
possibly.
I don't know. I just think it's not the right fit. And if Bale signs for Spurs in the summer, they have made a massive mistake. Personally,
I don't think a massive mistake. It's probably one for another video, but I don't know. For Wales, he does play out on the wing, but he does play centrally as well. But then you've got Harry Kane there, so you're not sure he's going to fit into the jigsaw at the moment.
He doesn't fit into Spurs
maybe
anymore.
Well, we don't know. We'll have to see. But in this one, Wolves last time out, I think they came away with a defeat themselves. They did against Burnley, 2-1 away from home. So their sort of form is very inconsistent at the moment, finding themselves in 11th position. But I think Spurs will bounce back from that defeat last time out, because they have gone now 2 defeats on the trot. Some say they were unlucky against Liverpool on that defeat. They did have chances to score, hit the post, etc. So I think Spurs will win this one. I think they will concede against Wolves, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 away victory to Spurs.
Interesting. I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 here. I think Wolves will be able to score. I believe they did look good the other night as well. Fabio Silva, I think that's his name, the 18, 19-year-old wonder kid or something, finally getting on the score sheet. He is definitely going to be one for the future, and he could build up and get more confident, while Raul Jimenez is of course out, and he could be a real danger. But I don't know, Spurs should have this one in their hands, but Wolves do like an upset, especially with the team they've got, and yeah, I'm going to go for 2-1.
2
Spurs.
Excellent, same as me. So that concludes our predictions for Boxing Day and the day after Boxing Day, which is the 27th of December. Before we move on to the rest of the video though, Nathan, what is your nap of the week?
Without a question, Chelsea Arsenal.
Yeah, can see that. Arsenal, terrible form at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for a straightforward victory in my nap of the week for Manchester City to beat Newcastle.
With their form, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, as I say, guys, that's the end of the predictions for week 15 of the 2020-2021 Premier League season. As usual, I'm going to leave a template of these fixtures in the description. If you want to play along at home and join in the league and continue playing in the league, then please copy and paste them into a comment, make your predictions, and like Footy Chats last weekend, if you get the top score of the week, then you will get a shout out in probably not the next video, probably the video after, because there's going to be fixtures on Monday evening. But yes, also on probably Christmas Day, I'm going to be all the days, probably Christmas Day or early on Boxing Day, maybe the morning on Boxing Day. I'm going to be picking somebody at random to represent you guys, the viewers. Now, before we go, Nathan, is there anything else you'd like to add? Maybe some live streams coming up?
Yes, there is one on the Boxing Day, of course.
Excellent.
Between Cardiff City, Brentford, I believe it's a 3 o'clock kickoff, so make sure you subscribe to my channel, guys. I think that's the only live stream of this week. There should be a match preview going out Wednesday or Thursday whenever I get around to do it. Most likely that will be out on Christmas Eve, so subscribe to my channel, link in the description below, guys.
Fantastic. Before we go though, everybody, thanks for your support for this year. I'd like to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, you might not celebrate Christmas, but most people do in the UK, so Merry Christmas, Nathan.
Merry Christmas, and from us in Wales,
Pal, which is
everyone.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Excellent. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Stay safe, and ciao for now.